I got a message for the men and the women. Men have been programmed to be weak, passive, and incapable. Women have been programmed to assist in destroying the man by becoming his competitor instead of being a companion. She gives her feminine power to the state, working and defending the state instead of her man. Instead of man honoring and cultivating his mind, body, and spirit, recognizing that he was born a sovereign being, which means he has absolute control over himself. Man has brought himself to the value of a tool, used and abused, and when no longer useful, thrown away like a dirty rag, soon to be replaced by another rag, that rag soon to follow the same pathway. Men and women have been programmed to see their differences as a problem, instead of coming together as one and complementing each other. Just like the sun and the moon, they do not fight each other. They occupy the sky together. The question is why? Societies at the very core are composed of individuals. Those individuals are men and women. If strong individuals come together and create families, it will lead to strong societies. Strong families rely on themselves, not the state. So by weakening the individuals, it will lead to broken families, which will lead to weak, controllable societies. Societies that will depend on the state for its needs and sense of direction. History shows this dynamic leads to a master-slave relationship, king-peasant relationship. Slavery is what it leads to. The master-slave mindset gets passed down all through society. Our leaders enslave us, their soldiers, which are the military, the police, the politicians, the doctors, the teachers, and many more enslave the people of the state. The people enslave themselves by accepting the slavery, and even worse, enslave others who are weaker than them. Masculine men seek to control weak women. Masculine women seek to control weak men. Without the masses adopting the master-slave relationship, the powers to be wouldn't have the soldiers to enforce their man-made laws. Nor would the people accept slavery. They would fight for their God-given freedom. Soldiers are useful idiots, used to enslave others, which leads to their own enslavement, often fighting for a cause they truly know nothing about. Just like the Roman soldiers who crucified Jesus. Yes, the Roman soldiers who crucified Jesus. Roman soldiers would be considered the police of today. Roman soldiers who crucified Jesus would be considered the police of today. Now ask yourself this: why doesn't your pastor talk about this? Well, it's because all religions have been infiltrated, and they are also a tool to control you. It is a tool used to put your consciousness, which is your awareness, in a box. but I will not expand on this any further. Who benefits from this dynamic? The men at the very top, the men who lead and control society. While the slaves are too busy, divided amongst themselves and within themselves, too busy slaving away for a piece of paper, the almighty dollar that doesn't exist in nature, too busy distracted with matters that are unimportant, their leaders are controlling them like puppets without them realizing, giving the slaves the illusion of choice and control. 24/7 physical control is no longer needed for slavery. Control the man's mind, and he will police himself. If you would like to avoid the enslavement of yourself and the people around you, I will give you a list of men and channels to study. Number 1, Mark Passio. Number 2, Milton Bill Cooper. Number 3, Jay Parker. And you can find Jay Parker doing an interview with Mark Passio. Number 4, Dr. Phil Valentine. Number 5, Black Earth Productions at YouTube. Number 6, Predictive History at YouTube. And now I'm going to give you 4 health-related teachers who you should listen to, because health is the most important thing. If you're not healthy, you won't have the energy to do anything. If you are not healthy, you will not respect yourself, and you will not respect other people. We need healthy men and healthy women to come together to create healthy children, which will lead to healthy families, which will lead to healthy, strong, conscious societies who are not willing to give up their God-given freedom because they are healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually. Number 1, Dr. Yaki Awakened. Number 2, Dr. Robert Moores. Number 3, John Rose. And number 4, Jack Cruz. So some may ask, how are we programmed? Well, first, you must understand that you are programmable. The mind is like a computer. What you put in is what you get out. As they say, you are what you eat. You are the food that you eat. You are the air that you breathe. You are the water that you drink. You are your environment. So now it makes sense why the powers to be, the social engineers, the control freaks, poisoned all of our essential needs. Everything we need for life is literally filled with poisons, and it's not on accident, because they understand if they poison everything you need, well, guess what? You still need these things. And guess what? You're still going to consume these things. And most of you don't know that you're consuming poison in the first place. And then guess what? You end up sick. And then guess what? You go to the medical system. But guess what? The medical system is just part of the tool. The doctors, the nurses, they're indoctrinated just like you because they went to the same schools as you. And we should know that school, they don't teach you how to live. They don't teach you how to eat. They don't teach you about yourself. They don't teach you about the human body. They don't teach you about anatomy. They don't teach you about your mind and how it works. They teach you what they want to teach you. They don't teach you how to think. They teach you lies. You see, I'm going to have to get off track with this one a little bit. These people understand you more than you understand yourself. These people understand the mind and how to manipulate it. These people understand the body and how to manipulate it. These people understand the earth. And they take their understanding of the earth, because they know the difference between right or wrong, and they pervert it. And they give you the perverted version so you can live your life completely backwards. This is why man and woman cannot get together when everybody knows we should be together. This is why families are broken when everybody knows that family is one of the most important things in life. If you don't got a good family, you don't got a good start in life. You didn't even have no choice in that. Everybody knows you need clean food and water, but they poison it. These things are not happening on accident. You see, it's not an accident that they focus on the woman the most. It is not an accident that they focus on brainwashing, manipulating, perverting, and deceiving the woman the most, because they understand that we all come from women. You see, me, big, strong man, I came from a woman. I came out of the woman, and I still want to go in a woman. And when I go in a woman and I put my life into her, she births life. So if we're able to poison the woman, we're able to poison the men and the women that come from the woman. This is why every young girl, we must fill her up with chemicals through the food, through the water, through the air, through the plastic. We must make sure that her cramps are so severe she can't even move, have her bleeding like a pig. We want to make sure that we fill her mind with so much bullshit. We want to sexualize her. We want to pervert her. We want to isolate her. We want her to lose trust in her natural partner, which is man. We don't want her being attached to her father, who is her first lover, who is her first protector, who is her first man. We want her to totally hate men. Matter of fact, we want her to become a man. We want to completely pervert the woman, because if we pervert the woman, we pervert the entire society. It's all gonna fall because they come from her. So any child that comes out of that womb is a demon baby. Any child that comes out of that womb is infected. Any child that comes out of that womb is artificial, because mama was filled up with hella chemicals. Mama is filled with shit, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So anything that come out of mama body is going to be just like her. And of course, when the babies come out, some of the babies are going to come out fine despite all the bullshit going on. That's what's so wonderful about the Creator. Some of these babies are going to come out pure and unedited, despite all the bullshit mama was doing, despite all the bullshit in the world that mama was trying to avoid, that she just couldn't avoid because the world is dirty. Your child is going to come out pure and unedited. But if mama don't know no better, and she probably don't, sorry, mama, you don't know no better because you was indoctrinated, and daddy don't know no better because he was indoctrinated, and mommy and daddy don't even have enough time for you nor themselves because they got to work all the time to feed themselves and feed you, and to actually own a home. But you don't even own the home, because stop paying taxes on your home, and then you're going to see who really owns your home. You're going to come out and they're going to inject you with unknown chemicals. Why do I say unknown? Because if you ask the doctor, well, he doesn't know what's in it. You ask the nurse, well, she doesn't know what's in it. If you ask mommy, she doesn't know what's in it. If you ask the man, you ask the father, he doesn't know what's in it. And if we ask the baby, well, you know damn well he doesn't know what's in it because he's brand new to the earth. But we're going to take a syringe. We're going to inject it directly into the baby's bloodstream. The baby's going to cry. We're going to see something sharp go directly into a baby's bloodstream. We're going to pierce the baby as soon as he lands. Within 24 hours, he's injected with unknown chemicals, so-called a vaccine, filled with unknown chemicals, so-called a vaccine. In my head, it is poison. It is a weapon, a bioweapon. We call this chemical warfare, psychological warfare. As soon as he's born, within 24 hours, he's injected with unknown chemicals. And of course, as he gets older and older, they're going to keep injecting him and keep injecting him and keep injecting him. What does this remind you of? Oh, yes, the Nazis did the same thing. It's called eugenics. They want to alter you at the DNA level. Forget about trying to control your mind. Forget about external things. We want to get directly into your bloodstream as soon as you're born. We want to kidnap you as soon as you're born. And of course, if we don't get you with that, we're most likely going to get you with one of those. definitely going to get you on one of those. But if not, we got the food, water, and air is all poisoned. So you couple all of this. Is it really a coincidence according to the CDC? More than half? And yes, I said more than half. And matter of fact, I think I have the statistics in my notes. But more than half of America is either obese. Yes, obese, overweight, leaning guts. Okay, more than half is obese. Taking one prescription drug or more. You're on drugs, buddy. Synthetic drugs, so-called medication. Unknown chemicals, drugs, pharmakeia made in a lab by man, synthetic, unnatural to the world, shouldn't be here. And if you take it, you're going to pay the consequences. Or dealing with one chronic illness or more. Okay, let me look up the stats for you real quick. As of 2023, 76.4, which is more than 194 million United States adults reported living with at least one chronic illness or more. So 76% of United States adults have at least one chronic illness or more. 76, that's almost 2/3 of our population is dealing with one chronic illness. One. Okay? And over 51% are dealing with two or more chronic conditions. Guys, more than half of our population has two or more chronic illnesses. More than half. More than half. Alarming. As of late 2024, 2025, roughly 37 to 43% of United States adults are obese. I see a fat person every single day because I'm outside all the time. It's never a time. It's never a day where I go and not see somebody who's fat. And it's almost like everybody I see is fat. Come on, man. Over 60% of adults use at least one prescription drug. And 1/4 take 4 or more. 1/4 of the United States population, adults, take 4 or more prescription drugs. And 60% of those adults take at least one. So more than half of America are on drugs, obese, or sick as hell. This is your country. This is the land of the free. This is the land of opportunity. This is how they're able to program you. And we cannot forget about the schools, man. Wait, I think I just talked about the schools. Pretty sure I just talked about the schools, the indoctrination camps. If you didn't know, that's where your training to become a slave officially begins, because they train you to be a slave. You want to use the bathroom? You got to ask. You want to ask a question? You got to ask. You got to raise your hand. I'm not saying school is all bad, but I'm pretty sure we all know school is an indoctrination camp. I'm pretty sure I already went over this, so I'm not going to go over it again. Right. Let me leave you with a quote. Pharaoh's favorite tactic, and I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King said this during his speech. Pharaoh's favorite tactic, divide and conquer. Keep the slaves fighting amongst themselves so they never realize the common enemy. Guys, this is Pharaoh's favorite tactic. This is the social engineer's favorite tactic. Matter of fact, Art of War had this. Everybody knows this. Divide and conquer. We want to divide you on every single thing possible, including yourself. We want to divide you from within. That's the most important thing. But just dividing you from others, you're already divided from yourself, because we're all one at the end of the day. We don't all share the same experiences, but fortunately, you're going to live with somebody. You're going to have a partner. One day you might have children. You're going to have neighbors, okay? The clothes that I got on, somebody made it. The food that I'm eating, somebody made it. Somebody delivered it. I go to the store and pick it up. Somebody put it on the shelf. Somebody has to discard of all that excess food. The socks on my feet, somebody made it. The herbs that I buy, somebody growed it. Shout out to the earth. The trash that I throw away, somebody comes pick that up and somebody go dumps it somewhere and somebody has to get rid of that. Huh? The carpet on my house, somebody made this. This home, somebody built this. A contractor contacted somebody else to call the workers and do da-da-da-da-da. Listen. We're all one. We're all interconnected. We all need each other. So there is no such thing as an independent. Shorty, you're not independent. Woman, you're not independent. Man, you're not independent. It's all interconnected. We all need each other. Not saying you shouldn't be able to feed yourself. You shouldn't be able to take care of yourself. But don't walk around thinking that is all you, because it's not. That's a lie that they feed us, especially the woman. We got to get back to the woman. Because if women don't get on board, this whole thing is going to sink. This whole ship is going to sink. But we can't forget about the men. Because like I said at the beginning, what did I say? Men have been programmed to be weak, passive, and incapable. Men, if the men in society are weak, victims. We come through, we kill the men, we enslave the men, we take the women and the children. We do as we please because the men are not willing to fight. The men don't even know the enemy. Matter of fact, the man makes himself the enemy by making himself weak, passive, and incapable. The man is not willing to step up to his woman because he's afraid to lose his woman. Instead of doing what's right, he does what's wrong to keep the woman. A woman who's unruly, a woman who needs to be checked, a woman who needs to be correct, a woman who needs to be put in her place. She's in the wrong place, and you need to usurp her from that place and put her in her correct position so she can perform at her best. We're not there to weaken a woman. We're not there to belittle a woman. We're here to correct the woman. But if she's not willing to listen, you kick her to the curb and you find another woman who is. And if they're not, guess what? Men, you don't do the men going your own way thing. I went down that pathway when I first got my heart broken. I said, I don't want to deal with no more chicks. But thank God I'm a healthy man and women love me. So I ended up messing with some chicks. I was doing the mat thing. I was getting loose, but I was still with women because I can't avoid them. I can't do the men going their own way thing. I can't do that for too long. I don't want to be isolated. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be sexless. I don't want to be without women. I love them. I need them, and they need me too. I'm strong, and I know that, and they know that, so they can't resist it. So that men going their own way thing, they doing that so that men take their energy and go beat your meat or something. Stay in your basement and play that game all day. So instead of you going back to the fire and try to cultivate your mind, body, and spirit, try to strengthen yourself, and then reach out to other men and strengthen them. Tell them, don't go there by yourself. Come over here with me, and let's push out on these women and tell them the truth. We ain't gonna get them anyway. So we might as well correct their ass and send them off. And hopefully they can find a man with their new version, or maybe they might come back to me when they come get right. But either way, I gotta speak the truth, because either way, I'm losing in the situation. So I might as well go out with a fight. You understand why I'm coming with this? Why go out like a coward? Why be sitting there beating your meat, playing the game all day, being useless, scrolling through social media all day, depression, anxiety, ED, all types of things. You can't sleep. You eat processed food. Why belittle yourself? Why be below average when you were born a sovereign being, a free being, and you were given intelligence by your creator to freely use? Instead, you don't use your brain and you subjugate yourself to being an animal. And animals, according to us, deserve to be slaughtered, and that's why we kill them. And that's why you are treated like an animal. You're herded, you're abused, you're manipulated, and then you're slaughtered when it's time to be eaten. When we need energy, we come to you, little boy. Come beat your meat. Yeah, go waste your energy. Go waste your sperm. Go play the game. Go burn your brain away. Be on social media all day, texting people, arguing with people online about things that don't matter. Go watch football. Go watch soccer. Go watch basketball. Go watch baseball. You know the whole basketball team, but you don't know nothing about no food, water, and air, about the toxicity that's in it, nor do you care. You just eat it up. They want to harvest your energy just like a damn tool. We use you. When you break, we get rid of you and we replace you like a dirty rag. And another rag is going to come through and follow the same pathway as you, bro. Is that really what you want for yourself? Is that really what you want? You're going to be on your deathbed and thinking, this is how I live my life. This is why men, they commit suicide. Because when men are not happy, at the end of the day, we're men, and we're going to do something about it. We're going to do something about it. So instead of taking action, I just end it all. That's my way of taking action. We shouldn't do that. You might as well be suicidal in real life and push the truth as hard as possible until you can't no more. Why kill yourself? Let somebody else do it. You understand? And go out with a bang, just like Jesus. Jesus was a strong man. Jesus was a strong man. Jesus was a real man. He seen the wrongdoing. He didn't like it. He educated himself. He received teachings. Luckily, he was born in a good family that was already doing the teaching. All he had to do was step in line, just like all his other brothers stepped in line. And what happened to them? Crucified. Strong men who stood for the truth and died for it on the cross. That's why we still remember these men. Whether they're real or not, it's the story that matters. Forget about religion. That's a tool within itself. It's the story that matters. Jesus Christ was a strong man who spoke and lived for the truth all the way to the point of being put on a cross. He basically committed suicide. He went all the way out. He could have went men going their own way. So, you know what, forget about it. I'm just going to watch it burn. And I'm going to burn with it. Nah, he said, I'm going to go out with a bang. And if I burn, let them burn me. I'm not going to burn myself. You feel me? Took it all the way to the max. And like I said in the beginning, the police put Jesus on the cross. They just taking orders from the boss. Yeah, you may hate Trump, but when Trump sends out the ICE members, it's not Trump that's part of ICE. He sent out ICE, but who's ICE? Those are men. Those are men who come from our communities, coming into their own communities, coming to their own nation, and destroying it. The police enforcing man-made laws. What is man-made laws? What is man-made laws? A man is saying this is right and this is wrong. Does man really have the ability to say what's right and wrong? Does he really get to pick and choose what's right and wrong? Is murder not murder? Simple as that. Is stealing not stealing? As simple as that. Why do we need all these extra laws? We know what's right or wrong. Nature will tell you right away. When people get killed anywhere, everybody knows it's wrong, and that person who killed the person must get dealt with. Stealing is wrong. We don't need it written down. Everybody knows that's wrong, and that person will be dealt with. Everything else is subjective, and that's the problem. It's moral relativism. It depends on a man and his culture and his background and his experience and what he believes that is right or wrong. Not what's right or wrong, what he believes is right or wrong. And that's the problem with belief. That's the problem with religion. That's the problem with all these things. Is really all a big religion. It's about belief. That's the problem with science. Motherfuckers not even really doing the science. They're going off belief. That's the problem with money. Most people don't understand money. It's fraudulent. The money is printed. You go to the bank, they don't got your money. They don't have it, bro, because they're giving out your money to other people. How is that possible? Because it's a fraudulent system. That's why there's so many different components, so many different fractions, so many different branches within this government to confuse everyone. Inflation, people don't understand that. Debt, people don't understand that. They don't teach these things in school because you're not supposed to understand these things. Listen, man, the money is unlimited. There is no scarcity. The food is unlimited. Every time you go in the store, there's always something there because Mother Nature gives it for free. But man puts a claim on it. And since you don't understand that the earth is free and nobody owns it, you allow that man to claim it and then sell it to you. So man will give you the artificial to separate you from the real. So in order to get the real, you got to do artificial. You got to go work for this shit, homie. And then when you work, you got to get the almighty dollar that's printed. It's everywhere. It's printed. And then we're going to give it to you, but then we're going to take it from you through taxes. And then whatever you got left through dealing with all your bills and taxes, then you're going to come get the real, which is food, water, clothes, and a home. But even at that, we're going to raise the prices when we want, and we're going to lower it when we want. We have control, not you. And if you don't want to get with the program, guess what? You won't be able to live. And if you push up too far, well, you're going to get Jesus Christ. It's that simple. The money is fraudulent. The whole system is fraudulent. It's one big lie. And I realized this a long time ago. I remember I used to look at my bank account go up and I'm like, yo, I'm happy. But at some point I'm thinking, yo, this is infinity, bro. I can go from 100 to $1 million, or $1 million to 100,000, or 100,000 to 10K to 100 to $5. Yo, there's no limit to this shit. There's dudes out here with billions in dollars. They can just keep trillions. They can just keep, there's no limit. When am I going to stop? Because the money ain't going to stop. When am I going to stop? Why am I working this hard just to have it all taken from me? It doesn't make sense. And why is the men around me telling me to follow their pathway when their pathway leads to divorce? You over here trying to please your wife for 20 years, slaving away for her, just for her to take it all, rob your ass, leave you divorced. You sad as hell, but you over here telling me grind and work hard. Fuck are you talking about, bro? Look where grinding and work hard got you, bro. It's not making sense. This is why a lot of men are stepping out. So I don't necessarily blame you for going your own way, but what I'm telling you is, as a man, unfortunately, but fortunately, we're the dominant sex. And if we bow down, all of this shit go down, bro. All of this shit go down. But at the same time, as a man, we want to be with a woman. If you don't got no woman, I know how it is. You ain't got no motivation. When you go down this pathway, many women are not going to want to fuck with you, bro. You know, they might want to fuck with you, but they don't really want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They might want to sleep with you. If you really that guy, you take care of yourself, you know how to speak to them. You feel me? You confident. You know that you slanging like that. You know that you move like that. She's going to like it because she wants a man. At the end of the day, she can't resist it. Even in her program state, she can't resist the urge of being with a man. It's primal. We got that animal side in us, and you appeal to her emotions. She's going to do anything for you. But when things really get hard and she can't shed that programming, trust me, bro, she's going to skate on your ass, bro. Matter of fact, she going to rattle your ass, bro. It happens every day. Look at the divorce rate. First time marriages, I think it's a 50% chance. You basically flipping a coin. Marriage is nothing but a fraud, too. It's a scam. Remember, the whole system is a scam. What is marriage? Listen, I love my wife. You love me. Okay, let's get married. Marriage has nothing to do with love. I can love you and take care of you for the rest of your life without marrying you. Marriage is a way to let the government into your relationship, into your family. So now when you guys have a dispute, she's incentivized to leave you. She gets paid to leave you. So she's double dipping. You take care of her. You be her man. You protect her. But when she no longer want that, or you no longer living up to the expectations that many men cannot hold for that long because the system is fraudulent, the system is built to deprive you. At some point, you're going to get deprived. She can jet and take everything from your ass, even if she didn't put in the work. So she's double dipping. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. Big bad government come in and enforce violence upon you. You telling me as a man you're going to let another man, a system, the government, dictate your relationship, tell you that you and your woman are together now, and when it ends, they're going to be the ones to lay down the hammer and not you? You come together with her as adults and figure out how you're going to settle this? You really need, think about it. It's a triangle. It's you, your wife, and the government at the top. Am I lying? It's the truth. If you really look at it with your logical brain and take the emotional side of it, take the love out of it, because it has nothing to do with it. It's a business contract, bro. America is one big corporation. And if you're not enslaving others, you a slave. If you don't understand the system, you a slave. It's as simple as that, bro. So when you start studying these things, and I'm telling you, it's going to take a little while, and I'm warning you now. When you start studying these things, you may slide into depression. This is two ways this is really going to go. I went through both. When you first figure out that your whole life is a fucking lie, you're going to slide into depression. And it's two ways this is going to go. You're going to isolate, or you're going to crash out. You may do both. I did both. Nah, I didn't isolate. I crashed out. I was crazy. I actually lost my fucking mind. Now that I thought about it, I lost my mind. And also, I was going through a diet change. So I was doing veganism, I was doing fruitarianism, so I had tremendous amount of energy. All of this is happening at once. I'm in a relationship, all types of shit. All of this is happening at once, bro. I became extremely volatile. Every morning I woke up, I jump out of bed, I'm jittering. because I'm eating clean, I'm barely sleeping, and I'm studying all this shit, realizing that my whole life is a lie. I really have something to wake up to now, because now I want to figure out the truth and spread it. And every day I woke up with so much fucking passion. I couldn't sleep, bro. I couldn't sleep. I stopped exercising. I stopped eating. I started doing hella fasting. I started doing hella studying. I was outside all day in the motherfucking sun, burning up. No shirt. Basically wearing no clothes, bro. Shorts, no boxes. Feet out in the grass, laying in the grass, studying, pushing this shit on the internet, running up on people in real life. I was losing my mind for like 2 months, bro. But luckily for me, I knew this would happen. How can it not happen? When you wake up to a lie, how can you not be angry at everyone around you for being in a lie, not waking you up? But more importantly, when you try to wake them up, they call you insane, bro. I lost my mind, bro. Luckily, I was able to reel it back in and get balanced again. Now I'm balanced. But this shit is not easy, and people are not going to like you. All you got to do is look at Jesus Christ. He was crucified, bro. And if Jesus was reincarnated today, he would be crucified. And matter of fact, there was many Jesus-like characters, or we can say Jesus himself, on the earth in different bodies, and they died. And one I can think about right now, who I mentioned, is Milton Bill Cooper. Shot in front of his own home. Body was left dead, stinking for hours after he was shot. But he already knew that he signed his death wish. He said it live on his TV show, live on his radio show. He said it live, that I'm signing my death wish, and it is what it is. How many men are willing to even speak about it, let alone die for it? I'm not asking you to die. I don't want to die. I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. We want to change this world. We want to change this country in particular. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. It's going to go like this. Number one, which is highly unlikely, but this is the route that I want to take. I don't want to kill nobody. I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to see bloodshed. I don't want none of that. Nobody wants that. I want to be peaceful, but I don't want to keep talking about this shit. I want to be happy all the time. Anyway, number one, the masses, which is a large group of people. Most of us, not all of us, but most of us are able to raise our consciousness, which is our awareness, and realize the lies that we're living in. Accept that we were living in lies, accept the truth, and eliminate anyone, go against anyone who is perpetrating the lies. And we already know who's doing it now, because we know the truth, and we get rid of them. There might be some bloodshed, but they don't really gotta be bloodshed, because we overrun them. It's a lost battle for them. Number two, we go to war. And when we go to war, the problem with war is the masses are not educated. So the masses, which is us, the people, we the people are going to fight amongst ourselves. And we're going to be fighting the military and the soldiers. And all we're going to do is weaken ourselves. And at some point, we're going to be sick of fighting. Okay, and then a leader is going to come about. And that leader is going to be part of the elite, because the elite, the so-called elite, the social engineers, our so-called leaders, the powers to be, they don't fight wars, motherfucker. They dictate the wars. They lead the wars. They start wars. They infiltrate certain places, divide and conquer, and make people fight amongst each other. So they weaken each other. They come in and they give us the same system wrapped up in a new method. Well, yeah, same system, new methods, or new methods disguised as a new system. But it's really the old system. It's all the same. It's just wrapped up differently so you don't recognize it. And of course, we don't learn from history. Right? And then the third route, which is also war, but is mixed with the first route. Hey, most people know the truth. So it's the truth versus the lies. And there's not enough lies going around. And we basically kill all the people who are perpetrating a lie, and we start over new. But you can see all three outcomes lead to battle, except one. But I personally feel like if we really need change, we're going to end up going to war, bro. We're going to end up going to war. And I feel like the problem with war is the outcome is going to be the same. We're going to end up in another slavery system. History keeps repeating itself. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to keep pushing, but it's a lost cause, bro. It's a lost cause, bro. I'm only doing this because I know it's right. But I know at the end of the day, people's brains are too rigid, bro. They're too rigid. These motherfuckers need mushrooms, bro. They need to go on a trip. They really need to do some mind-altering medicine, like a little bit of marijuana or something to open up their minds, because it's just too rigid. It's too brick-like. They refuse to change. They're too stuck in their ego, bro. They want to be right. Even when they wrong, they don't care. They just want to feel right. Their ego is too strong. Their brain is too brick-like. They need to dissolve that shit. You know, it's really a shame, bro. It's a shame because the world could be so much better. You see, these evil people, they intelligent, bro. They smart, bro. I'm going to be real. They smart. They really know how to program people, bro. And they understand the world very well. I tell people all the time, you see all the bullshit that's going on, man? There's a flip side to this. We could be living in heaven, bro. They just don't want to give us heaven. They want it for themselves, bro. Their version of heaven is damn near hell. But that's their heaven, bro. This shit could be heaven on earth. And I believe at some point we were living on heaven on earth. Adam and Eve, we running naked in the garden. We don't even know we naked, bro. There's no obesity. There's no fast food. There's no processed food. Everything is free, my nigga. You do what you want now. In the ideal world, you'll be able to do what you want. Because think about it. When you do what you want, you're going to be passionate about it. It's not even work. This is what you want to do. I know me. I would have went down so many pathways. Maybe I would have been a teacher. Maybe I would have been a healer, a doctor, or a nurse. Maybe I would have been a strong man. Maybe I would have been in the fields farming. I don't know, something about doing physical work. When we had that snowstorm, man, I'm outside snuffling my shit. Man, I got so happy seeing everybody else shovel outside. I wanted to go help everybody else. If I got about my own thing, I'm out there shoveling all day. I'm tired as hell, but I'm happy. Physically exerting myself. Tired as hell. Didn't eat all day. I was happy. I don't know why, but I was happy. That's what I want. And I didn't need no payment. I didn't request nothing. I just did it, bro. Could have made bread, but I ain't even want it. I just wanted to. I felt good. So imagine if we had a world where you're free to do what you want, bro. Be what you want. Just don't hurt nobody, though. Just don't hurt nobody. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to yourself. Be good to good people. Bad people, eliminate them quickly. We don't want that type of mindset to spread. Kill it at its root. Don't let it get to a damn tree. Don't let it grow to a flower. Don't let that shit sprout. Murder it. Terminate that. Pesticide that. Spray it. Kill. Buy. Pull it out of the root. Burn it. Buy. Garbage. Buy. But you know, hey, if you're listening, I hope you learned something. Because the first half, I actually wrote that. I usually don't do writing. I like to do freestyle because it feels more organic. And I can really, show my personality. But when I wrote that, I wrote it sometime at night and edited the next day. And I just felt like, I want to speak this to the world. I feel like maybe if somebody hear this, maybe one person, it could change their life. And maybe they can change somebody else's life, because that's how it started with me. I've looked up random dudes on the internet. John Rose, Dr. Yaki Awaken, Dr. Robin Morris, so many other guys that I can't, Dr. Sebi. Come on, Dr. Lalele Africa. There's so many other guys that I can't even remember. Dr. Phil Valentine. There's Mark Passio. There's so many guys. Milton Bill Cooper. David Icke. You feel me? There's so many guys that I studied at the very beginning when I didn't really know nothing about nothing. And they didn't even know me. They didn't know I was watching a video. Many people was watching a video. And all it took was these guys to educate me. Now I'm here speaking to you. And now imagine if we all did the work. This place can be paradise quick. But they don't want you to have that imagination. That's why they got to put your imagination in a box. And anyone who has an imagination, anyone who actually uses their God-given intelligence that was given to all of us, we call that man insane, and we get rid of that man. We isolate that man. Come on, bruh. They perverted us, man. We're not supposed to be living like this. I know life is more than working, eating, sleeping, shitting, having sex. And even if you're doing that, the paying bills, taxes, politics, Donald Trump, president, voting. There has to be more life than this, bro. Are you serious? You really think God blessed this country to be living like this? That's a lie. That's an illusion. These people don't believe in God, and at least not the God you're talking about. Their God probably got two horns for all we know. Because this ain't the land of Jesus, ain't the land of God, this ain't the land of the Christians, man. This is Luciferian shit. This is Satanism, bro. Motherfuckers be walking around thinking they God themselves. Niggas is, excuse my language, people is narcissists, bro. Ain't nothing Christian about it. Ain't nothing holy about it. Ain't nothing God-like about it. At least not the God that I'm talking about. The God that you talking about, this may be that version of God. Oh, yeah, everything is about me. Oh, yeah, I set the rules. I set the laws. Morals are subjective. Morals bend to me. I don't listen to natural law. Forget about the earth. Forget about ethics. Forget about all these good men things. If it's good to me, it's good to me. If it's bad to me, it's bad to me. Forget about you. If you suffer, you suffer. I don't care. As long as I'm good, fuck everybody else. And that's how everybody else thinks in America. That's why it's a shithole now, because everybody cares about themselves. So we're all a bunch of little Satanists. But anyway, I'm out.